Yep, 12 days, 12 crappy Christmas themed games. Well, let's get this started then. Time to put on the red suit. It's days before Christmas for the Sega Genesis. Days Before Christmas is a 2D side-scroller that came out for the Genesis in '94. Not really a platform I'm that familiar with.
Merry Christmas.
But I did have one back in the day and had a couple really good side-scrollers like Sonic 2 for it. Let's see if this game can keep up with something like that. Basically, you just pick one or two players. Only days before Christmas, Santa slept in his house. An evil plot was brewing, cooked up by awful louse. The cold and evil snowman scared all the elves away. Timekeepers stole plans from Santa's house that day. But for the vicious louse, this wasn't bad enough. I'm really gonna show him. I'm gonna play rough. I suppose that's the plot. I have absolutely no idea what I just read. So basically we just do these levels in sequential order and see how it goes. Basic controls: left, right, up, down, fire, and jump. Firing at presents opens them, sometimes releasing one of your elves like this time. At the top of the screen you'll see a bunch of Santa hats. That's basically your life bar. And also you'll see number of lives. And you can pick up more Santa hats like I just did there. You start out with 4 lives. Yeah, it's a pretty easy platformer. And quite honestly, it is much better. Oh yeah, avoid getting punched by the rats, like the ones like that one. Or running into bombs like that one. So basically that's what you do in the game. You can do kind of funky things like play around with these candy cane poles, slide down them. Sorry, it took me a while to figure out you can just climb on these poles instead of trying to jump on them, because I'm trying to get to that platform on the top right there. But eventually I will figure it out. There we go. Occasionally you'll see a bell. These are save points. When you ring it, that means next time you die, you'll end up there instead of way back where you started. Woohoo, I got the free life. For some reason, cups of coffee turn you into Demon Santa. Which, as Demon Santa, you can't pick up any presents, but you can blow up enemies. It lasts for a minute or two, and then it goes away. Hitting that star up there will end the level. That was probably a small to medium-sized level. This level we're about to do here is really, really short for some reason. Yeah, that was it. I think you guys get a general gist of this game. These next two levels, Ice Cave and the other one afterwards, they're just enormously long. Here's where you really test your platforming skills. Oh, yeah, you can duck. I forgot about that. You can duck and he'll like hide in his hat, which I've found no use for really in this game. But anyway, yeah, so this is where the actual game starts. You were sort of doing a training mission up to this point. This is the first real level, I'd say. And there are some things you'll run into, like disappearing cloud things like these and the spikes at the bottom. But yeah, and walls you can't get into unless you have the flame weapon, which you don't have yet. Well, I really don't want to spoil the level for everyone, so let's just move on. Again, this is another really long level. I'm just kind of showing you what it looks like. I'm not showing you all the levels in this game because I didn't have the patience to finish it. There's like 25 levels and I got through like the first, I don't know, 5 or 6. Anyway, let me show you some of the cool things they got going in this level. First up is the Christmas packing machine that Santa gets stuck in, which I thought was kind of funny. Doesn't really hurt you or anything, it's just funny to see him stuck in a Christmas present. Then we have magic carpets that Santa gets to ride on, which I thought was kind of cool. After that level, you get to fight one of the bosses in the game, the horrible snowman, or abominable snowman, or whatever it is. It takes a while to hit, you have to have the flame attack, and you just keep hitting him with it, and eventually he'll die, and you just move on from there. Just when I think I got the game figured out, they throw a whole new mechanic at me. In this level, you're running your sled and reindeer across the cityscape of London, England. And basically, the goal here is to drop packages down the chimneys you see that are lit up, you know, with smoke. Took me a while to figure out what I was doing here, so excuse my lameness at the moment. But yeah, once I figure it out, it's like, oh, I see, you just drop them in the holes that the smoke is. But yeah, it just threw me for a loop, because usually games like this, you know, it's just going to be more of the same side-scrolling kind of game. But I mean, here it's like a lot of thought seemed to go into the making of this game, which I find interesting for a holiday title. Usually they're just kind of slapped together like it's some other, you know, property of the game developers that they decided, well, let's, you know, throw Santa Claus into it and, you know, see what we can make a buck or two. But this looks like it was designed to be a Santa game from scratch, which I find interesting. Anyway, it gives you a password for continuing the game. The next level, Before the Flood, so far is my favorite level. Basically, it starts out normal enough. You're wandering through this, looks to be like an underground area. And things seem to be pretty normal, shooting spiders and collecting presents and whatnot. But then you start to notice that the water level's going up. And then it's when you realize, oh, this is like a race to get to the top of the level before Santa drowns. I really like how in this game they seem to add some new little twist to every level you play. Whether it's a change in the game mechanic or this sort of race to get out of the maze before Santa drowns. It's just, you know, it's just good game design. That's really all I gotta say about it. Anyway, I really don't want to spoil any more of this level, so I'll just stop the gameplay right here and give my final verdict on this. I have to admit that I haven't seen a better Christmas game yet this season. The graphics were excellent, the sound was excellent, and the gameplay just beat the pants off anything else this season. So I'm gonna have to go with it's alright. Anyway, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. We're only on day 5. I honestly don't know if I have another 7 days in me. We'll see. Hey everybody, thanks for watching my video. If there's a specific game you'd like me to review, drop me a note in the comment box below. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. If you want to see more of my stuff, why not subscribe? Also, if you really want to, you can support me on Patreon. Thanks for watching.